Hey everyone, ITB Jude here. Taking a quick look at the Desert War. As you can see from the timer on the top here, 28 days, 7 hours. It's a 30-day event. I'm coming in at about a day and a half late on getting this started, but kind of wanted to show you around a little bit. Obviously, first and foremost, always knowing the rules, kind of a big deal. Up in the top right-hand corner, it kind of gets you set up. In order to be in the Desert War, it means you're going to be leaving your own area. So in our case, the Romagna area, in order to join the Desert War, any events that you want to participate in, because you can jump back and forth, but it's going to start to cost you, not a lot, but it does cost to jump back and forth. So we brought our Spire over to the Desert War so that the team itself, everyone can come in, and we're not missing out on any events back home. The fog. The map is initially covered by fog of war, and you need to send scouts to explore areas. I don't know what happened with this one, but I'm in the desert right now, in the Desert War, and when you scroll out, I have done 0 scouting, and I'm able to see all the different areas. There's Falcon up at the top. Over here, we've got the Valiant. I can see all of them. Down in the south, Scarab, and then where we are at, which is Jackal. My group, you can see my picture here, but we're set up over here at the Gate 1, heading to Abydos, and then we're working with Rome. Obviously, DSSN is from our group. Fire. In our first Desert War, which I didn't do a ton of recording on, we were only teamed up with one group. If you click on this force button right here, you're going to see all the different servers that have combined here. So there are 3 over in Jackal, only 1 over in Valiant. It's crazy. 3 in Falcon and 3 in Scarab. I feel like Valiant, either they are that good or that active that they just get their own area because they're gonna, they're that strong. But if there's anything we've learned, Galicia and La Thuringia, they have some strong teams. So we feel like we kind of got a nice, easy win, maybe. I don't want to say it too early. We're still got 28 days or 15 days to get to the middle. But it feels like it's been stacked. I would rather be in an area with just 2 at the max, or even just 1. It really pushes your server to really test how well you can play with just the people that are from your area. So a lot of people start new accounts, they move on to something they feel is a better situation for other events that they're involved in. But 3 seems like a lot in one area. So we're working it out, teaming up. The Chronicles, something else to take a look at. This is kind of, obviously, this is going to walk you through how everything's going to go. When the gates open, when the camps are unlocked, the shrines, different things like that. So take a look through it, kind of learn your timeline based on that. Each one kind of lasts 24 to 48 hours. Just depending on it, you'll see the rules are going to tell you 24 hours after unlock is when something opens. Going back to the rules, prisoners, 50% of resources that your prisoner, the player collects, you get here in the desert. So a little bit different than back home. The resource spots, lots of resources. Farm away, even if you're a small account. Bring all your farms with you. Like if you have the ability to set up shop, there's a lot to be had here. Barbarians are a little bit stronger. The camp stronger, obviously. And staging post, all that stuff is the same. What they're going to tell you is what's new. If you're new to this desert, then everything's new. But it's going to kind of walk you through how it all works here in the desert. Legions. You can team up with more than just your own alliance. Now you can team up with other people who are part of your faction. So anyone who is in the Jackal region anyone from Lotharingia or Galicia, we can team up with one of their alliances initially, and then as you expand based on the different items on the map or how you're moving towards the middle, they're going to unlock the ability to expand from 3 to 5 depending on what you have. So you could have up to 5 alliances under one roof. All of you can share everything, except in Challenge Spire, we did notice you cannot participate side by side in each other's Challenge Spire. So that's still singular to the single alliance. The reward system, lots of great stuff here, guys. You got to get involved in the Desert War. Even if you're the low man on the totem pole, your alliance, your server, get in there. Lots to be had. And then this is just kind of a walkthrough. It just talks about how they came up with the names, what they're supposed to mean. Not a lot to be given there, but a really cool looking map. I like that one better than this one. So you can explore the different regions. You can jump over just like you can in Kingdom versus Kingdom. However, not a lot to be had there either, because most of those bigger groups have already jumped into the Desert War, so you're not going to find their camps or be able to do a lot of exploring on how big they are. They're already there in the area. The nice thing is since you can see the whole map, the way I was showing you a little bit ago, you can jump over, and let's say we want to know this group that's all by themselves over here in the Valiant. We want to know how the heck did they pull that off. So let's go click on who looks the biggest. Yellow. They've got a lot going for them. This blue, let's check out blue, set up on a gate 2, and we want to see their legion. 1 million might. That is not a lot to be had there. 1.8 and a 1.1. Soul sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen them before. Let's see if we can find Soul. There's Hope. GTFO. Okay. Not seeing a lot of big guys here. Ah, here we go. 5.5 million. No. That okay. So they got some big people. Maybe they deserve to be over there by themselves. 5.5 and a 4.1. So they probably have a decent plan of action, as this is the second Desert War for this game. So something that we'll be up against. I would say the biggest people over here, I know S300 has one guy. I think they were red. Let's check, see if he's still in there. I haven't done a lot of looking around. Members, Iron Frenzy, 106. He's probably one of the bigger guys in the game. I think we have a guy over 100 million now, Might. He's been growing pretty good. So Iron Frenzy, not as big as he used to be, but the guy with 160 and 130 over in those other groups, they might be something we have to worry about. So for what we've seen, Might seems to be the biggest thing that the Desert War calculates. It's not really about activity level of your server or anything like that. So our Might as 3 servers matches with what's in the north, the south, and over there in the east. So that'll be interesting to experience when that all comes out. Let's jump back over to Desert War here. We've gone through all the different rules. The shop. This is where you can spend those resources, those merits that you get. I have some from the last event, so they do transfer over, and you can pick up. Bones are a good one. Scrolls, meteorites. If you're still working on that Tut, you can grab some of them as well. So there's some stuff to be had in the shop. Hall of Judgment. This is the troops that you are losing. You can revive. So this is kind of like Kingdom vs. Kingdom. It has the ability to give you something back. There are quests as a team that you have to work on. There is the Shrine of Sand. We'll walk through that a different time. And then these are just different quests that you have to do. So, but construction right now is kind of the big one. These are usually done by now for everybody individually, but I have been less active the last day and a half, so my minutes are down right now. So merit rank, and kind of watch how everyone's doing. This is going to be the individual for the first tab, then your legion. So that's your group with the other groups that are part of your legion, the different alliances, and where you rank. We're ranked 5 right now over in Jackal. You can see the Valiant, they're number 1, but it's all pretty close race. This is based on how we're building right now for the most part, so not a ton there. In Jackal, we are up by 300,000 points, it looks like, so for our entire force. So all 3 servers working together for those merit points, and then you can kind of see the rewards. There's some decent ones for first and second and third place. Honestly, all 4 are pretty good. And here it's those badges. That's kind of a big one. So 1 through 3 giving you more than 4 through 20. And then individual. These are some big ones. 50K troops for 10 groups. So that's a nice one right there. And you're getting 5 of those. So that's a big win. Obviously, you can see these proofs. They jump up 30, 20, 15, 10. So it's kind of a big leap going from first to second place. But you got to think of what are you putting into the game that is making it worth it, because you're going to spend a lot to try to compete with some of those big guys. So being in the top 100 is kind of that's kind of my number. So as best you can, I think that people over 50 million and higher in their might are your competition in that rank. So that is it for the rules, the shop, the force, judgment, war quest, merit rank, chronicles. We got 2 more items here on the board. These are the different events that are going to be going on. They kind of keep repeating every few days or every couple of days, but this boosting morale, that's coming up next here in 7 hours at reset. And then the final reward. This is a nice one. Obviously you saw those individuals, there's some of those as well, but some free meteors never hurt anybody. That is the capital occupation reward, middle of the map, as Shrine of Sand, Legion final reward, and then you've got your individual. This looks like something we already went over, so it basically just took us back to the same place that we were looking at earlier. So that's it. That is the quick walkthrough of the rules and everything else that's involved in it. A look at the map. As the events open up, or the gates, I will try to get those recordings out as well. But if you have questions, leave them in the comments, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.